trees. Trees. Axe. Axe. Chop down the trees. Chop down the trees. Almost there. Almost there. And would you look at that? 110 woodcutting has been completed. Hey, what is this? I got the woodcutting pet. Is this like a guaranteed after you get 110? That's nice. I didn't know you got the pet for getting to 110. Or was I so lucky that I got the pet at the same time that I got 110? I must say that I really liked the way you level up woodcutting after 99. So it's very easy, very chill, not very click intensive. Click a tree and clicked whenever I had the full inventory and just filled the wood box. I was not using the Grace of the Elves. Was it really necessary to release 110 woodcutting? Well, I don't know yet. I know that woodcutting, 110 woodcutting is related to 110 fletching. And after that you can craft some new weapons that I haven't done yet, but I know there's new masterable weapons, so I think it might have been a good update. So the XP I was getting wasn't that great. I think I got like 200 and maybe 300k per hour, but I did it mostly AFK while I was working or doing something else. So what did I get for my hard work? 88 million coins. So that's a lot of money. I must say that's more than I expected to get. And I also got this amount of nests. I must say I'm not really sure if the nests are really worth keeping. I mean, this egg nest, for me, at least for me, they are worthless. This is the loot from the ring nests. I was lucky and I got an onyx ring. 1.5 million. Not that great. And this is what I got from the seeds. Pretty decent if you're an Iron Man, but again, worthless for me. And it's worth around 400k. And finally, I'm gonna open this enchanted bird nest to see what they have inside, because I got no idea. 8 million coins for the enchanted nest. That's good. So maybe going to 120 with the branches you unlock at 110 and getting a lot of enchanted nests might be good. So yeah, that's all the loot I have for 110 woodcutting. One less requirement for the completionist escape has been completed. So I'm gonna buy a full set of the first necromancer outfit. I wanted to buy the weapons, but the weapons are very expensive. It's like 1 bill for both weapons. And with the armor, I will get a new set bonus. My spirits will do 7% more damage, and they will also last 5% more. So it's a very good buff. Since I'm gonna be doing some of the bosses with necromancy, because I have to get necromancy to 120 for the comp cape anyways. So this is how I ended perking the armor. I have Impatient 4, Relentless 5, and Crackling 4. I also got Enhanced Devoted 4, and I'm gonna settle for Biting 2 Mobile for now. So I don't have the required components to make a Biting 4. I need 7 Noxious components, and I only got 6. I can get a guaranteed Biting 3 out of this, but it's not worth. I'm gonna wait to get a Noxious component, maybe out of a rare relic, or I'm sure I'm gonna get one eventually, and then I can craft the Biting 4 I need for this armor. And this is how my necromancy gear looks right now. So I'm looking pretty good. Now it's time to complete all the quests that I have left. I already know what's gonna happen in this quest. This guy is gonna help us, but in the end he's gonna escape. And then once again the World Guardian was used by his enemies to fulfill their evil plan. What did I say? This is a typical RuneScape quest. and then they make you look like a fool. Yeah, I guess we never learn. What quest completed? Yeah, cool quest overall. I like that they are expanding on the desert lore after Menopause. I enjoy the god lore, and I like how they are rebuilding all the desert gods one by one. Wait a moment, didn't we work hard to get this guy Osman to be the pharaoh? And now we are plotting against him? I don't get it. What did he do? Is he not doing a good job, or... well, whatever. Quest completed. I'm the whitest duck. What the hell? Biggest toad. I don't like him. I don't like this guy. Okay, this quest is nice. High portals. I'm a duck. Wait a minute, I just noticed this pattern reminds me of something. Attack on Titan. Nice quest. I give it a 3 out of 10. Well, now we know where the shooting stars come from. Not a bad quest, but it was a little bit tedious. The stray dog! Why did you do that? He reminds me of my dog in real life. He's also a schnauzer. Okay, welcome to the 4-3 prince. Since she is the princess, he's gonna be the prince. Okay, this has to be one of the best quests in RuneScape ever. We rescued this stray dog from Barak and we named him Prince. He's part of the 4-3 now, and he's never gonna have to be in the streets anymore. 10 out of 10. So I did an oopsie. I completed the Eclipse of the Heart quest, which by the way was the last quest I needed for the Questscape, and I was not recording, so my bad. And I must say that this has been one of the best quests I ever done. It had a great boss fight, the lore was good, all the Egyptian gods that you have been meeting through all the quest now united forces to fight a greater evil, which is a mascot, Iclarin's sister. And I almost had a heart attack when I thought he was dead. Anyways, we completed the Questscape once again. One more completionist requirement has been taken care of. Now I'm gonna complete a few requirements that I'm missing before the combat update, because I know that as soon as the combat update hits, I'm not gonna be doing any requirements until I get bored of doing combat. The greatest gift of all completed. Pretty weird achievement overall. I have my spectral lens and I'm gonna add it to my Slayer helmet for the next achievement. Now I reclaim my Slayer helmet from the stand. I just need to add the spectral lens to it. Now the Slayer helmet will also be able to be used when using necromancy, which is pretty nice. And yeah, there it is, another achievement completed. I just need to wear it, and now I can put it back to the stand to have the passive effect active always. And by the way, I just killed 3 birds with 1 stone. I completed the 3 achievements by doing rituals, and I also unlocked the Sorgoth ring, and I did it with 41 rituals completed. And minor wisdom has been completed. So now I'm just missing 9 requirements for the comp cape, but the ones I have left are pretty long, or they are unlocked passively like the music one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here. So it's March 2nd, and the Combat Modernization update is live. I'm so excited to try it out. I've been avoiding doing any PVM, waiting for this update. So what I'll do is I'm going to go through every ability in the order that you unlock them, and just try to understand how every style works now, and I'm also going to be updating my ability bars as I go. Starting with melee. Melee seems to be the combat style that changed the most. Now all the abilities are unlocked via the attack skill, and the strength skill is just there to unlock more crit. So pretty sad for the strength skill. Also, they reduce the number of abilities to 17. 17. Now the thresholds are called enhanced abilities because they do not need 50% adrenaline to be able to cast them. You just really need the required adrenaline to spend. So that's a pretty great change. The immediate basic abilities give you now a bloodlust stack. That's a new mechanic. Every 4 stack that you get, you can cast any enhanced ability and it's going to get empowered in some way. So you can have a max of 4 stacks of bloodlust unless you use your Berserk ultimate. So when you activate Berserk, you instantly gain 4 stacks and now you can have a maximum of 8 stacks. Also, your bleed abilities are now tied to one ability, so you just use this one ability and you can recast it 3 times, and every time you recast it, a new bleed is applied to the enemy, and yes, they do stack. And yeah, that you can deal a lot of damage if you have the Spear of Annihilation. And also rest in peace, Blood Tendrils. I really love the changes they did for melee, and I'm definitely gonna be trying it out first. The range skill changed quite a bit as well. Now it seems to be more focused on multi-hitting and also regaining adrenaline, amping up your damage the more hits you do to the opponent. So the most notable changes are that Snipe is now an enhanced ability. It deals a ton of damage and it has a 1-minute cooldown. But you can reduce the cooldown of Snipe by using the Snipe ability. And also your basic attack reduces the cooldown of Snipe if you have the Raksha boots, which is the new effect they have. So this new ability called Gale Shot empowers you for 6 seconds and it allows you to deal 20% more damage per range hit. So it's per hit. So multi-hitting abilities will deal 20% more damage per hit after you have casted this ability. Ricochet now works like Greater Ricochet. So if the arrows don't have any additional targets, then the primary target gets hit multiple times, but it's only gonna be 2 hits. Now Greater Ricochet makes it go up to 6 hits. So now Greater Ricochet is the old Karamin perk, and now the Karamin perk has another effect which I think makes you do more damage per hit. I'm not really sure. Rapid Fire can now be casted while moving, and the effect from the Raksha boots was removed and replaced by the one I mentioned before that makes your basic attack reduce the snipe cooldown per hit. I also noticed that the Corruption Shot now gets applied instantly to nearby targets, and it's not after a tick. So that's a notable change as well. There's other changes, but the most important one, I think it's this new ability, Imbue Shadows. So Imbue Shadows for the next 30 seconds after you cast it, every range hit will refund 5% adrenaline. And it costs 40% adrenaline to cast it. So potentially you can use that swiftness, because now ultimates cost 60%. And you can cast these Imbue Shadows after that swiftness. You can skip a adrenaline pot and start throwing all your multi-hitting abilities, and they will be refunding themselves, and you can just go ham, go crazy with your abilities. So the more hits they do, the more adrenaline you're gonna get refunded. So you're basically going to have infinite adrenaline as long as you cast these Imbue Shadows. So range seems to be very fun now, but I will have to test if it is strong or if it's just fun. But it is definitely more intuitive now than before. And finally, Magic. Magic was the style that was changed the least in my opinion. So it also has a normal basic attack, but the basic attack now also applies the spell that you have selected for your main spell. So for example, if you have Blood Barrage, well, now you can you're casting the Blood Barrage as a basic attack, so that's great. Greater Sonic Wave now makes your next ability cost 20% less adrenaline. including ultimates. You can also combine Dragon Breath and Combust to deal more damage. So if you combust your opponent, your enemy, and then you cast Dragon Breath is going to deal more damage. There's also a new utility ability that's called Runic Charge. You can empower Greater Sonic Wave, so your next ability will cost 45% less. Dragon Breath will deal more damage overall, and Greater Kong will grant an additional 10% critical strike. So I think Runic Charge is going to be an important ability to be used in your rotation. Other than that, there's no many other changes for Magic. But now I think I understand how each style is meant to be played, and I created some ability bars for each style that I'm going to try out in different bosses. But for now, I'm going to be trying out melee because it seems like the most fun. And I will be doing some Kerapac since it's the boss I'm currently doing and it is perfect to try out with melee. So after a few hours of killing Kerapac, I must say that I immediately felt the power of melee. So my kills usually take around 6 to 7 minutes with magic or necro, and my personal bests have been maybe under 6 minutes solo. Not that great. I'm not that great of a PVMer. Now with melee, my kills take around 4 minutes, 30 seconds, 5 minutes on average, and I was even able to beat my previous personal best, which I did in a trio, and now I did it solo by 4 seconds, so that's great. I'm slowly working on improving my rotations so I can deal more damage and get better, faster kills. And I must say that I'm so happy that I tried melee on Kerapac because I got rewarded with an amazing wrap. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way. I got a shaft. A staff from the shaft. Now I'm just missing one piece of the staff for the collection, plus the pet. And I intend to go to 1,000 kills to get the alternate skin for the pet. And I hope I get the other piece of the staff before or maybe a little bit after 1,000 kills. And I think I will keep the piece for myself and use it to craft my own staff, because now that Grand Exchange has a weird tax that you get less money when you sell an item. I don't like that. But I will keep doing some Kerapac until I complete the collection log. I'm so excited for this new era of RuneScape. I have so much content to try, all PVM goals to complete, and some new challenges that are coming on the horizon. So I will keep working towards my comp cape. That's my primary goal, and I'm definitely gonna be doing more PVM as now. So I will keep working towards my comp cape. That's my primary goal, and I'm definitely going to be doing more PVM and trying out all the styles. So thanks so much for staying until the end. Until the next one.